Ba-dum. Welcome back, guys. JT here. I hope you're having a fantastic week. We got the weekend coming up. Hope you're going to have some fun, have some time to reflect and do some self-love for yourself and live your most authentic life. Go to the gym, go to the beach, go snowboarding, go do something fun and give yourself all the love that you should have gotten. And today we're going to be talking about narcissistic flashbacks. And with what I just said about give yourself the love that you never got, I was thinking about this earlier, and oftentimes when we're in these narcissistic relationships, we give out the love that we wanted to get all along. But the thing is, the narcissist showed us how much love we actually have to give. And now, whether you're in your isolation stage, maybe you're isolating for a season or two, now it's time to give yourself that love that you always wanted, that you always deserved. You know, the narcissist showed you what kind of love you're capable of giving, and now it's time to give it to yourself. And I think this is one of the great things that we get as empaths from the narcissistic relationship is the ability to see how much love we are actually capable of. And if we know that we're capable of that amount of love to give and give, to have that kind of compassion and kindness towards others, to give second, third, fourth, fifth, a million chances, all of that, etc., we can give that to ourselves. And when you give that to yourself, this is what I realized. When you can give this to yourself, we no longer need to be in a relationship. We only want to be in a relationship. And this really struck home for me when I learned this, because most people that are walking around need to be in a relationship. And when you go through the narcissistic relationship and you learn to have that self-love and you're in your isolation and your healing, we no longer need to be in a relationship. We want to be in a relationship. And what I've realized with narcissistic people and the majority of people walking around, when you become very in tuned on your spiritual journey and you start unlocking your godly gifts and maybe you're very intuitive or clairvoyant, that maybe some psychic ability, psychic dreams. You know, oftentimes when you're on your spiritual journey, these little parts of yourself that have been hidden down will start to awaken. Especially when you give yourself all the self-love and you're not giving energy to everyone else and all the energy is in you, these gifts start to manifest and awaken. And what I've realized is when you're walking around and you're noticing people's negative energy, everyone wants you to need to be in a relationship. It's like people are pushing that onto you, and because you don't need it and you just want it, it irritates people. It irritates people to no end. Like I can see it when I'm interacting with people. It's like, man, there's something different about that person. Why isn't he like giving me that energy like I want? Like he's so like lone wolf. He's so, or she's so in their own energy. They have all of that self-love. They don't need a relationship. They want a relationship. And that's what I want for all of you guys. When you can switch into that thinking where you don't need a relationship anymore and you just want a relationship, life is completely changed for you. And that was my little spiel before we get into the actual video. No intro today. We're just going right with it. I'm still feeling a little laggy. It's been, 4 days now? 5 days of me being just not with the program. Today I'm feeling a little bit better. This morning I didn't feel that great. But I'm here and I'm doing what I got to do. And honestly, your comments is what inspires me to do videos when I don't want to do them. I got a comment from a woman this morning, and she said how I commented on a video about a month ago and said I could see the light inside of her. And that day she was going for a job interview that she really wanted, and she ended up getting the job, and she was just grateful for me and for the videos. And when I read that, I was just like motivated, put a smile on my face, and I was just happy to hear that that my videos, my presence, my energy is making a difference in people's lives. So that was a boost and helped me to do this video, because the past few days I have been feeling a little rough. And just like anything in life, life is a journey. There's going to be ups and downs. You know, a roller coaster just doesn't keep going up. It has to drop at some point. And, you know, it's hard sometimes when we're on the healing journey and we have that downtime and it lasts a day, a couple days, a week, but just know that it's gonna go back up again. You're not gonna stay down. So, you know, when you have a narcissistic flashback, that's where all my negative energy came from for the past couple of days. I had a flashback, and I've been on my healing journey for almost a year now from the narcissistic abuse. I've been on my spiritual journey for about 2 years. And I have felt really down, really not feeling my own energy, feeling the narcissist energy, their low, disgusting, hateful energy. And I'm like, man, this isn't me. I'm sure I could see in that other video, I think 2 days ago, I had something in my beard. I was just not with the program and just not in my own energy. And it was very icky, to say the least. I could feel that it was the ex-narcissist energy. And I'm just like, oh God, I want to get out of this. And it all started from a flashback. And, you know, with the telepathy, I talk about this in a bunch of different telepathy videos, but the telepathy is very real with the narcissist. And specifically in my case, I know that the ex-narcissist did a bunch of Snapchats over the past, she does a bunch of Snapchats every day of all her memories and relives them every single day. So every day she looks at all her past Snapchats from the years prior. So this week being Christmas, I know that she resaw all of the Christmases and all the presents and everything I got her and all that shit. And so I could feel her energy and her pushing it onto me, the hatred. And so I had a flashback of that. I had a great Christmas alone, but it was the day after Christmas where I started feeling really funky. Had a great Christmas. And then the day after, I'm like, why do I feel so funky? And you know, there are circumstances. Like I said, I'm healing my autoimmune, my throat issue right now, and I'm on a very, very strong medicine that is just, there's a ton of side effects. I'm having muscle spasms, irregular heartbeat, headache, fatigue, just a bunch of stuff, headache. Yeah, it's just not fun. So that coupled with that flashback just put me in a super low vibrational state. And it's been very hard to do anything really. I've just been eating ice cream, which is fine. You know, give yourself the self-love in the times where you need it the most. And you know, I don't feel bad or regret, you know, having 5 pints of ice cream every day for the past 4 days. You know, whatever. It's not my normal routine. And I just know that it's just a down point in the roller coaster dip of the journey we call life. So when you have these flashbacks, it's important, and I talk about this in the video about PTSD and grounding techniques and CPTSD, complex PTSD. And, you know, it's important when we have these flashbacks to take ourselves back to our own energy, because when we get the flashback, that takes us back to a time that, you know, we don't want to go back to. That takes us back to an abusive moment, a bad memory. And if we know this, any psychiatrist, psychologist, PhD, any therapist you go to, if you have panic disorders or generalized anxiety or social anxiety or any type of anxiety, panic, depression, any of that kind of stuff, they all say the same thing, which is, you know, grounding techniques, and you have to put yourself back in your own energy. And what we have to realize about trauma, when we go through these traumatic experiences with narcissists, trauma gets stored in the body. The symptoms we have from trauma is in the body. That's why when we relive a flashback or something, you feel that feeling. Like, you ever watch a movie and I don't know, someone does a hard fall. If you watch those shows where people do stupid shit and someone falls off a ladder and then a hammer swings and hits them in the shin or something, and you're and you actually feel it, and you can feel a tingle in your whole body. That's the trauma response. That's your fight or flight system. So when we have these flashbacks, because I notice it, I can feel the anxiety in my body, that PTSD from the trauma response. And what happens when we get in these responses and have these PTSD moments, we're in our head, which takes us away from our body. And we need to put ourselves back in our body. And when you do these grounding techniques where I talk about, you know, rub your hands together, feel the warmth, and then pull it away, you're putting yourself back in your body. You're feeling something. And when they talk about, therapists will always tell you, you got to put yourself back in your body, put yourself here back in the present moment. You know, you do any of these things, whatever it is, box breathing where you count to 4 and hold for 4 and exhale for 4, hold for 4. When you do those breathing exercises or holotropic breathing, that puts you back in your body and takes you out of your mind. So when you have these flashbacks, it's important to bring yourself back to your energy. And I do this all the time. And the vagus nerve exercise that I talk about in the PTSD video, I believe, is one of the greatest ones I've ever learned. And there's you can just type in vagus nerve on YouTube, vagus nerve exercises. And like the main one I do is where I hold my head this way and then I look for 30 seconds to a minute in the opposite direction. And you'll notice within 30 seconds to a minute, you just keep your breathing normal and you might take like a big breath. It's not like it just happens, and that's resetting your nervous system and you feel much calmer. And I've been doing that one for a year and it helps tremendously. But when you have these flashbacks, just know you're gonna have flashbacks. Just like someone that goes to war, they get PTSD, they get flashbacks because it's a traumatic experience. All the traumatic experiences you had with the narcissist live inside of you. So, once we're going on the healing journey, we're trying to release all those traumatic experiences. And what does that mean? That means you have to relive them. You have to go through the pain again. So it's important to get through it. It's going to happen. You're going to have to relive all those abusive moments. That's what the healing journey is. And people think, oh, it's like the healing journey. It ain't no frickin' walk in the park. The healing journey is immense pain. That's why most people don't go on the healing journey. It's easier to just push everything down and just keep living your life. When you go on the healing journey, it's immense pain. You have to pull out all the shit from your entire life, all the traumatic experiences. Think about all those traumatic experiences all compiled into one. Imagine if you were to just try and pull that all up at one time. You would break down and emotionally lose yourself. It would be too much emotional pain to handle. So when you have these flashbacks, that flashback, I look at it as, you could say, that's part of your spiritual awakening, that you have to face that flashback, or God showing you have to face that flashback and let it go. And you have to sit with that pain and let it go. And, it might be painful. You might get that PTSD, you might feel anxiety, and, sit with it, recognize it for what it was. It was the abuse, and it was never on you. It was on the narcissist doing it to you. And then release it and bring yourself back to your body in whatever method, whatever grounding technique you want to do. But just know that over time, as you keep releasing, it becomes less and less and less. I haven't had a flashback in probably 2 months. I've been doing really well for 2 months, not ruminating, living my life barely, if rarely ever thinking about the ex-narcissist. And then I had this flashback, and it totally, it was, 4 days of immense not feeling well, not feeling in my own energy. And it's important to just remember that during this healing journey, you are going to have to deal with that. If you're not dealing with pain or flashbacks or telepathy or any kind of suffering whatsoever, you're not really on your healing journey, are you? Because that's what the healing journey is, healing those broken things that need to be mended. So if something is broken, like you break your leg, it hurts. It has to mend. It's going to be painful. It's going to be suffering. It's no different with emotional pain. It might subside for a while, but we have to keep digging it out and keep going through it. That's why the healing journey can take a long time, because there's so much baggage that we need to dig up from our past, not just from the narcissistic relationship, but also our own traumas, our own belief system of, why we are the way we are, what, we got bullied in school, whatever it is, all that has to get dug up. And on your healing journey, if you're digging up, that amount of pain, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, but just know that the flashbacks do subside as you let go and you forgive and you're on your healing journey. They will become less and less over time. Like I said, I haven't had a flashback in 2 months. I've been good for 2 months, every day, all day, good for 2 months. Had this flashback, really set me back for a few days, but now I feel my energy coming back and I'm continuing on. And that's the important thing, is that when you do get knocked down from a flashback or a telepathy attack or an astral projection or a hoover or a dream hoover, you get hit with any kind of narcissistic energy that is being sent your way, take it for what it is and release it, and just know that just like a roller coaster of life, it's going to go back up again. You know, you don't have to sit in it for a month. You can, you know, like me, I'm 4 days of not feeling so great, but now it's starting to go back up again. And I'm like, I knew it was going to. So even in those downtimes, I'm like, you know what? This is a day of pain. You know, I just need to relax. I'm not meant to go to the gym today. I'm meant to sit on the couch and eat some ice cream and reflect and, you know, go meditate, go out for a walk in the sunshine, listen to good music, watch movies that I like, and, you know, heal and pray and, you know, reflect, do reflection. And that's okay. When we have those days, that is okay. Don't feel bad or shameful that you're not always progressing on your healing journey. That was something that was very difficult for me to learn. I learned it from fitness, that you're not going to just keep hitting a PR every single time you go to the gym. You're not going to just every single day lose a little bit more body fat forever. You're not going to just keep gaining a little bit of muscle every single day forever. There's going to be ups and downs. It's not a linear projection just straight up. So when you realize that about your healing journey, it makes it easier to be in that moment and understand in your downtime that it's just a moment. It's one moment. Your life is made up of so many more moments, and you're going to go back up. You're going to go back up. So when you're down, just know that you're going to go back up, and that will help you get through your downtime. Okay, so I think we're going to conclude it there. I hope this helped, guys. Just know that if you are on the healing journey and you are having any of those symptoms, flashbacks, PTSD, daydreams, Hoover dreams, astral projection, telepathy, the music, any of those things, you're gonna go back up, that you're doing the right thing. If you are getting those things, that means you are on the healing journey, right? Can you imagine if this was just a normal, regular relationship? Think about all the relationships you've ever had, how this one is not even comparable to any relationship on any level, right? The amount of pain and everything you have to deal from a narcissistic relationship compared to any other relationship, totally different, right? Never had to deal with any of these side effects, symptoms after a normal relationship. So when you do deal with them, know that that is you on the healing journey. That is you on the correct chosen path. So I hope that helps, guys. Comment on this. Let me know if you guys are having flashbacks, if you are mitigating them, if you're doing any of the grounding techniques, which grounding technique works the best for you. If you've not had a flashback in months and you think you're, towards the end of your healing journey. And I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful for all the comments. And just know that this next year is going to be an amazing year. 2024, this is your year to become authentically yourself, to be in your own energy all the time, to attract someone of equal love and equal reciprocity. That is the goal. As you heal, you will attract someone else that is also healed. Like attracts like. When you're in the negative energy, you attract that negative energy. So keep staying positive, keep doing affirmations, keep working on the self-love. The self-love, I can't tell you, that is like the biggest thing that you can do in order to become the best version of yourself and get someone else that is the best version of themselves. If you love yourself and you put all that love you gave to the narcissist into you, think about the person that's your equal opposite, someone else that did that same thing. When you guys come together, that's going to be a pure bliss, peaceful, joyous relationship. And that's what I want for all of you guys. So keep healing, keep staying on the journey. Don't get down on yourself. When you do go through these moments, you will get through it. I promise you that. Just keep pushing and know that you are on the right path. So I'll talk to you guys later. Go get a workout in if you can. Go eat healthy or go eat some ice cream like I'm going to do. So enjoy the day, guys, and I will talk to you later.